what I should care about while targeting my audience.
All right, so you need to grab the audience's attention fast.
Yeah.
We have the attention span of goldfish these days. It's like
Okay.
2 seconds.
Okay.
So that means you need to have a very eye-catching title and thumbnail.
Okay, so being from a country, like how it can bring you some advantage or disadvantage in regarding having the audience for your content.
Yeah, so let's say you're from a densely populated place like India. India has over 1 billion people there. So if only 5% of them have even heard of BTS,
Yeah.
that's 50 million people
Sure.
that could potentially come across your video and say, oh, hey, yeah, BTS. Oh, and she's saying it in my language and she's from my country. Oh, what's she doing over there? And then you have, your nation behind you. Or let's say if you come from a language that is maybe like Arabic or French, like a globally spoken language, then you can reach multiple countries that way. They're all united through the same language. So maybe there's a lot of English content, for example, but there's not a lot of Arabic, French, or Urdu content. So you can kind of target your niche that way because there's a lot of people there, but not a lot of content in that particular language.
So in that perspective, then I think the language, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, they speak, okay, the name of the language is different, but they can understand each other. So making a content in that language can be a good idea then.
Yes, especially if you can put it in your title saying the language name, or better yet, if you can put the country's flags in the title, because people might not read the title, but they'll always recognize their flag.
Yeah.
So if you put their flag and then next to Korea, instantly they make the connection of, oh, hey, somebody from my background in Korea, that interests me. Let me go check it out.
Okay, so people from India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you're lucky that we have a big number of population in our countries. That brings us the advantage that we have a big number of audience. So if we make content targeting that audience, we can have a big number of followers on our channel. That's a good information for us. So let's continue with the next thing we are curious to know, and that's how it matters being male or female in being an influencer. How does it matter?
So definitely with Korea-based content, there is a divide. So with women, they might be more into K-pop, K-dramas, Korean beauty, skincare, shopping. So girls who come out here, they can find a pretty good niche and following with that type of content. Males, however, they're not too much into that.
Yeah.
So the male influencers, they can focus on lifestyle, such as how they were able to find housing in Korea, transportation, grocery shopping, because these are things that apply to both genders.
Yeah.
So men can do more lifestyle content, while the women can do more entertainment and beauty related content.
So you mean you can choose something that matches with you, being a female or being a male, so that your audience, when they listen, when they watch you, they feel that, yeah, that's something for you. That's something that matches you. So they will be more into watching you more and more.
Yes,
That's what you mean. Yeah. Then if you are targeting an audience, like, okay, I started a channel and I'm growing that slowly, step by step. Then I have to now focus on targeting my audience, while growing my channel. So what factors can be important, or what I should care about while targeting my audience?
All right, so you need to grab the audience's attention fast.
Yeah.
We have the attention span of goldfish these days. It's like
Okay.
2 seconds.
Okay.
So that means you need to have a very eye-catching title and thumbnail. For YouTube example, I recommend having the two countries' flags as the first two emoticons that you see in the title. That way, when people see that, they automatically make the connection between their country and Korea. So in a second, they already have the general idea of what the content could be about. Then for the title, you have it be, SEO friendly, or if somebody's like Pakistani study abroad in Korea, then the title would be, I'm Pakistani and studying abroad in Korea. Pakistani girl studying abroad in Korea. And then also the thumbnail should feature you in it. I would recommend also feature the country's flags again in the thumbnail. And then you can put supplementary text like, here's how I did it.
Starting a career as an influencer, good. You started making a content. But as you mentioned, in Korea, just making a content and earning from YouTube or from Instagram, these channels, is not enough. It doesn't
Won't pay the bills.
brings you enough to survive with good conditions. So, what kind of chances an influencer has to explore while on the way when they are growing their channel? What kind of other side opportunities they can get?
Yeah, definitely. So I would recommend that while you are creating content, you try to tag tourism boards such as Seoul Tourism Organization or Korea Tourism Organization. Because if you, for example, tag them on Instagram Reel as a collaborator, then they might accept and show your video on their platform. And then after you're making quality content and they're showing it on their platform, you can try to message them directly saying, oh, hey, it looks like my videos are doing well on your platform. Would you be interested in hiring any freelance editors or anyone for a media team? So then you can use your existing social media platform as a portfolio of the work you can do. And then you can use that to pitch yourself to tourism boards or to media agencies. And you can say, hey, I would love to join your company on their media team. Or I can actually create media for you and you can commission me for my work. So that way you can either become an employee for them or even become self-employed. Who knows, even start your own media agency in Korea.
You can, yeah.
And then you can use your content creation skills and transfer them in that way so you can make a living for yourself.
That means being an influencer can be a start for you. But
Yes.
that can open several doors for you in future. If you are in the beginning, it will be difficult. But if you started and you are growing well, you are consistent, you are motivated enough to carry on with that. Maybe it will take a year or 2 years, stick with it. Make your profile good enough to present yourself in front of others. And then you will start to get other opportunities. As you mentioned, Tourism and Culture Organization is so active in Korea because recently, in recent few years, because of K-pop and all this Korean wave, not only media, not only content, but also the Korean products, they are getting more and more famous. Till now, like before that, we had only Korean mobile, Samsung or cars. But now, not only that, other items, some unique items, some cosmetic skincare products, they're getting more and more famous. That means now Korea is more interested in marketing marketing Korea, marketing Korean products, Korean companies overseas. That means how they will do that? They will do that together with influencers. That will bring more opportunities for influencers. When they will do that with influencers, that means influencers will make money by that. So that can be an opportunity. And being in this timeline in 2023, when Korea is really growing fast, growing its image fast in the world, influencers in Korea are in a good time now to explore that and earn and grow with this whole situation in Korea, the growing image of Korea.
Yes.
That can be so now we can say they're lucky that they are in Korea in this time period.
Yes, especially the Korean wave. It's never been bigger. We have
Yeah.
BTS and Squid Game and Parasite. I mean, just all
Just
eyes on
recently,
Korea
right? Yeah.
these days in just the past few years.
Mhm.
So people can definitely still ride that wave
Mhm.
and then create more opportunities for themselves here in Korea for the long term. So
Another thing I would like to ask, and viewers would like to know, how important it is to be creative. I mean, do something different, or do something that's already have been going on. I mean, watch something, doing something, and because that thing is working, it's easy to make something about close to that. That means you still have a kind of a confidence that it will work because it's working with another person.
yes.
Is it the right way to start, or start something that's not already there to be a creative, make something new? Which one is better?
I would say if there are trends, follow the trends and follow them while they're hot. Because that's the way that you can grow your audience is through these trendy videos. And then in between the trendy videos, that's when you can put in your creative videos that show more of your personality, more of your personal interests, and you can gauge how well those videos do. Are they getting the same amount of traction as the trendy videos? Are they completely flopping? And then that way you can kind of see what your audience does and does not resonate with. But you still want to put in the trendy videos every now and then just so you can keep your channel afloat.
Okay.
Because if you go from very good and then to pitiful results, it can be hard to get yourself back up. So you want to keep your momentum going while you're experimenting with your niche and what will and will not resonate with your audience.
We talked about quite much of informative or necessary things which somebody want to start this profession needs to know. Then what about ending with some like wrapping tips for influencer to consider about?
Yeah, I would say when you come, definitely network.
Networking
is the number one thing that will give you
Yeah.
opportunities here in Korea. So don't be afraid to network with people in your similar niche. You guys are not competitors, I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah.
You can network, you can collaborate, and then if ever they get an opportunity or they can't take it, then they can pass it on to you and say, oh, hey, I'm busy this day, but would you like this opportunity?
Okay.
And then
Networking.
Yes. And then once you get familiar with that company that offered the opportunity, now you're in their registrar. And so they'll call you back again when there's future opportunities. And then that's how you kind of build your network, your relationships, your companies. And then the more companies you know, the more places that might eventually hire you for your content creation strategy. So, yeah, definitely comment on your niche competitors' videos on their Instagram stories, start like little conversations in the DMs, just facilitate these relationships. Also join cultural Facebook groups. That's another huge one because that's where opportunities are also shared in there.
Yeah.
So just come in with the idea to network, start your channel without expecting to, become a 1 million subscriber
Don't
hit.
expect too much in the beginning.
overnight.
Just start with, right?
Just be consistent and network. Consistency and networking, these two things will do so much for you here.
Consistency. Okay. Networking. Stay consistent.
Yes.
And don't wait for a perfect time to start. Just start and things will come up.
Yes.
These three things can be the really important things to consider starting a channel or starting being an influencer.
Yeah, you don't need to be perfect from the start. You don't need a big expensive camera or tripod or lights. Your phone and the bathroom light can work. I've seen people explode that way because especially if you have personality or certain perspective, something that people want to watch, even if you're just doing bare basic setup,
With a single
you can still grow.
mobile phone, you can handle that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think it was really a lot of things that I learned myself. I came to know because I'm also the beginner. I'm starting my channel. So I was curious to know the answer for these questions. for myself and for our audience. So thank you so much. If we have more questions from our audience in comment section, we can have another session answering those questions. So if you have some questions you want to know about the being influencer in Korea or anywhere else, and you want to know answers, just you can ask us in the comment section. If we cannot answer them in the comment section, we can make another video answering your questions. So then finally I would like to thank you again for being here today with us, giving your time and so much information, sharing that information with us. Thank you.
Yes, and if you would like to see more of me, you can find me at Brown Beauty Abroad on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
We will give the links in the description below, so you can also follow her channel. She also has really nice content on her channels. You will find that also quite informative.
Yes, I talk about being a business owner here, being a content creator here. So if you guys are interested in that content, have any questions, you know where to find me.
जैसे आपने सुना, कंटेंट बनाते वक्त हमें इस बात का ख्याल रखना पड़ता है कि हमारी टारगेटेड ऑडियंस कितनी ज़्यादा है। इसलिए ज़्यादा आबादी वाले कंट्रीज़ या फिर ज़्यादा बोले जाने वाली ज़ुबानों में कंटेंट बनाने की कोशिश करनी चाहिए। फीमेल्स के लिए के-पॉप, के-ब्यूटी से रिलेटेड कंटेंट बनाने के एडवांटेजेस ज़्यादा हो सकते हैं। इसी तरह मेल्स के लिए कोरियन लाइफस्टाइल से रिलेटेड कंटेंट बनाना ज़्यादा सूटेबल हो सकता है। अगर आप चाहते हैं कि आपकी ऑडियंस आपकी वीडियोस को आखिर तक देखे, तो आपको स्टार्टिंग के 2 से 3 सेकंड्स में उनकी अटेंशन को गेन करना होगा। इसके अलावा YouTube से होने वाली अर्निंग आपके लिए इनफ नहीं होगी, इसलिए उसके अलावा और अर्निंग के दूसरे मेथड्स को भी आपने एक्सप्लोर करना है, जैसा कि ब्रांड्स या फिर प्रोडक्ट प्रमोशन कर सकते हैं। इससे आपकी अर्निंग काफ़ी बढ़ सकती है। कोरियन वेव इस वक्त अपनी पीक पर है, तो इस वक्त आप इस ट्रेंड से फ़ायदा उठाते हुए ऑडियंस को ज़्यादा अट्रैक्ट कर सकते हैं। इसके अलावा कंटेंट चूज़ करते हुए आपने देखना है कि कौन सा कंटेंट ट्रेंड है। इससे आपको ये अंदाज़ा हो जाएगा कि आपकी ऑडियंस का टेस्ट क्या है। और इसके साथ साथ आपने क्रिएटिव कंटेंट बनाने की भी कोशिश करनी है, जिसका मकसद ये है कि आप देख सकें कि आपकी ऑडियंस और किस तरह के टॉपिक्स में इंटरेस्ट रखती है।